How y'all doing today? I said, how y'all doing today? You guys ready to grow your businesses? Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm going to show you how. My name is Sam Khorramian, and I want to thank everyone for having me out today. I'm going to talk to you today about the 4 golden rules that we've used to grow our company to be on the Inc. 500 in the top 35 3 years in a row. About 8 years ago, I was in a seat very similar to yours, and I saw some guy, I never even heard about Inc. 500. I saw him talk about how he landed on that list, and very quickly that became one of my biggest goals, was to land on the list. Never did I ever imagine that the first year we landed on the list, we'd be number 26 fastest growing company in America. And what I'm going to share with you today is the rules that we've used to help us achieve that success. Is that okay with all you guys today? Yeah. Awesome. So I have 2 simple promises for you today. Number 1, I'm going to share with you the 4 rules that we've used in our real estate business. And my goal is to show you how you can take those rules and implement it into your real estate investing business. The second thing I'm going to do is my goal for you is to show you how I can help you double your income without spending any money or very little money. Are you guys okay with that? Yeah. Awesome. You guys got great energy. Thank you. So, a little bit about me. Like Justin said, Inc. 500 3 years in a row. Started the company 6 years ago. Today we have over 1,000 agents. Last year we did 2.46 billion in volume. I say that, I enjoy saying it because it still trips me the F out. Partner investor in 8 business, and in the last 3 years we've had over 7,400% growth. Would you guys like to know how we did that? Yeah. Perfect. The good news is, what I'm the most proud of here is I'm a college dropout. I could barely get through school, and today I still spend about a third of my year not in the office. Right? How many of us feel like we want to grow, but we have challenges because we have too much bandwidth issues? We don't know how to let go of things. I'm going to share with you today how I still get to enjoy my life, run one of the fastest growing companies in the country, and do it without a college degree. So the first rule I have for you is probably the most important rule. And that's to break the effing rules. You got to break the rules. Because all great things happen on the other side of the rules that everyone else has been following. Everyone follows somebody else's footsteps. But the winners, the people that make it happen at the highest level, are the ones that take the footsteps, break the shit out of them, and figure out how to break their own rules. Number 2 of number 1, or letter B, is only trust yourself when you're setting your goals. Only trust yourself when you're setting your goals. How many times have you told someone, I'm going to buy and sell 500 houses this year? And they tell you why you can't do it. They're going to tell you how much money it's going to take. They're going to tell you all the drama, all the naysayers tell you why you can't do it. Now, I'm not saying don't follow counsel, but I'm saying when it comes to growing your business and setting your goals and knowing where you can go, you can only trust yourself. Can you guys relate to that? Yeah. How many of you in here have big freaking goals? Yeah. And most of your friends probably think you're crazy. Yes, they do. You can only trust yourself. So I want to tell you a story about one of my mentors. His name is Scott Duffy. Scott Duffy ended up selling his business to Sir Richard Branson and had the opportunity to go to Richard Branson's island, Necker Island, and spend some time with him. At dinner, Scott ends up walking down the beach. He runs into Richard Branson on the phone. Guy hangs up the phone. Scott goes up to him. He says, dude, I just overheard your conversation. Were you actually just trying to buy the rainforest? And he said, yeah, I was trying to buy the rainforest. Scott said to him, dude, you can't buy the rainforest. What are you thinking? Like, rainforests aren't for sale. You cannot buy the rainforest. Richard Branson looked at him and said, listen, are you telling me that I don't have access to enough money? Like, I have enough friends, I know enough people. Is it a money issue? Or are you telling me they won't let me take control of it? Maybe they won't sell it to me, but maybe they'll give me a lease on it for 100 years. He said, I refuse to believe that I can't buy the rainforest. That has been a trigger for me for the past 7 years. I'm trying to buy the damn rainforest, and everyone else is trying to broker deals. How many of you in here would like to buy a rainforest of your own? Don't allow other people to tell you you can't buy the rainforest. You know who buys the rainforest? The person that believes they can buy the damn rainforest, because rule number 1 says break the rules and only trust yourself. Break the rules more often and you'll gain a huge advantage over those too afraid to risk. How many of us feel fearful in our growth? A few of us. I was just having a talk with a guy outside and he said, man, I'm scared. I don't know what to do next. You break the rules, you take the fear, you throw it out, and you keep going and only trust yourself. So what we did in my business is we broke the damn rules on real estate brokerage. How many of you in here broker deals? Just a couple. So traditionally speaking, an agent hangs their license with the real estate broker. The broker's going to take 20, 30, 40% of every dollar that they make. I think that that's broken. We pay our agents 100% commission. They pay us $300 a month. So we have $300,000 a month in reoccurring revenue just on their dues. They have closing fees. We own an escrow company. We own 8 different businesses that surround the real estate transaction. With $2.4 billion in volume, almost 6,000 transactions last year, we broke the damn rule. My competitors hate my guts. Hate my guts. How many of you feel that sometimes? Listen, if your competitors don't hate your guts, you know what you're doing? Nothing. You're not breaking any damn rules. They told me Sam can't do this. I'm just waiting for them to fail. Just yesterday we acquired a brokerage with like 25 agents. She said, man, since the day you started, I've been rooting for your failure. And you just kept going and you didn't fail and you didn't fail. And today, we're in the process of buying her brokerage. Because I broke the damn rules. And I did it in a way that put who first? Actually, my customer. Would I benefit more if I had $70 million of commission going through my company at a 30% split? Yes, I would. But I put the agent first. I put my customer first. I broke the rules. And today, we control over 10% of San Diego's market. Of all the transactions that happen, 10% of them happen under our roof. Because I put my customer first, and I broke the rules. You know which one of your competitors is putting the customer first? Open Door. Open Door broke the damn rules, folks. And they're breaking it in such a big way. Everyone else is trying to make 10, 20% delta. They're going to make billions of dollars on 3%. They only need 3% to make billions of dollars a year. Is that breaking the rules? They removed friction. They made the experience better. They are building the CarMax of real estate. They broke the damn rules. Don't allow yourself to buy your own bullshit and think that you can't break the rules or you can't do that. It can't happen until when? Until someone freaking does it. You guys with me? Yeah. Are you liking this so far? Yeah. If you are, let me say, woo! Woo! Awesome. No, rule number 2. Is it okay if I get down here? Do you guys mind? All right. Rule number 2. You have to learn the rule of how millionaires become millionaires. Is it okay if I share that rule with you? Yeah. Millionaires become millionaires because they figure out how to make more money off of the things that they're already doing. Millionaires become millionaires because they figure out how to make more money off of the things that they're already doing. Does that make sense to you? Yes. See, I want you to think about where you can make money in places that your competition's not even looking. And I'll tell you what, there's a ton of them. This is what we call the double dip. Some of my friends that know what we do at Big Block, which is our brokerage, they call me Double Dip Sam. Because everything that we do, we find a way to make money on it in another place. Are agents already in my business using an escrow company? Are they already hiring marketing agencies? Or is there people that are getting hired to assist them in the move of their house? All these different things are places that we make money. So remember this, money is in the volume. 28 people get hired every time someone moves homes. Let's make money on those 28 people, folks. How many of us are making money in the transaction outside of our delta or our profit? Look around the room. Millionaires become millionaires because they figure out how to make more money off of the things that they're already doing. You already have their customer, you might as well get paid for it. And the best thing about the double dip is it's bottom dollar money. Do you guys know what I mean by bottom dollar money? zero cost of fulfillment, zero time spent. You just send them there and get paid. How many of us like the idea of that? Folks, you could double your income on the double dip. So I'm going to share with you today is a handful of different ways that I think you as investors can double dip, but at the same time increase your value to the consumers that you're working with. Are you guys with me there? So the first thing I have for you is a company called Utility Hound. Utility Hound will actually change your client's phone, their internet, their Wi-Fi. They'll change their TV, their cable for free and pay you a commission for doing it. If you're buying someone's house, are they moving somewhere else? Are they going to need to get these things set up? Might it make you a better positioned offer versus the other offer if not only are you going to give them what you're going to give them for their house, but you're also going to transition all their utilities for them without charging them $1? Does that increase your value? And if you could get paid for it, are you winning or winning? You're freaking winning, folks. Number 2, we just need to deal with the solar company. 15%, statistics say 15% of new homeowners, people that are buying a home right now, 15% of them put solar on their house, at least in California. We get paid $1,000 per install. Do the math on 600 times 1,000. 10%, 15% of our volume times 1,000. Now you might be thinking, man, I only do 50 deals a year. Could you use an extra 5-6 grand for marketing, for people, for bandwidth? See, so many people forget to look at the small dollars because they're only looking at the big dollars while we're laughing our way all to the bank with the little money that no one's looking at. Has Amazon figured that game out? Yeah. I want you to think like Amazon. You have the people, they're already selling you their home. Do you have their trust? Do you have authority? Do you have the ability to make the process easier for them? Absolutely. Moving services. Our mover pays $350 per move. Not only that, to help us earn the business for them, they give the client free boxes and they come declutter the house for them for free. Ace Relocation, look them up. They're national, by the way. This is one of the biggest initiatives I'm working on right now. I think it's going to make us a ton of money. There's a local company, they're everywhere, called Jerome's here. I don't know if you guys have Jerome's where you're at. These guys make their own furniture. They have these huge buildings that they sell them at. We just made a deal with a division of their company where they're going to be staging our listings for free, but allowing the end buyer to buy the house as it sits. Are the people that you're selling homes to going somewhere else? Yes. Are you staging your own homes? If you're not, I think you should. But if you're putting a home on the market, you stage it. And if they end up buying the furniture and you make an extra $5,000 on the house, are you going to be okay with that? Yeah. Is your competition looking at that? No. But you have to understand the furniture outlet, the furniture depot, whoever it is, they're looking for the person that you already convinced to sell you their home. You guys with me on this? Yeah. How many of you have a mortgage MSA in here? Folks, look around the room. A good percentage of the people you're buying homes from are going to go buy another home. Do they need a mortgage? I have friends making anywhere from $2,000 a month to more than $50,000 a month in mailbox money. It just shows up in the account every single month. If you just did an extra $2 grand a month, $24,000 a year, could that help you grow your business, find more profitability? And are you not giving your consumer a better frictionless experience? But most people aren't doing it because they're only looking at the spread, they're only looking at the delta, they're only looking at the commission. I'm trying to be Jeff Bezos about this. If someone else is going to get paid off of my client, is it unfair for me to make the connection and get paid? No way. That's how commerce works, baby. Rule number 3. Oh, wow, I'm flying through this thing. I didn't think I'd have enough time. All right. Rule number 3. I'm going to ask you guys to get real creative with me here because I'm going to share with you that leverage wins. And I have some thoughts and some ideas for you that can help you leverage what you're already doing to double your income and your profit. Earlier I asked how many of you are brokering your own deals. I think 5 hands went up. When I started Big Block Realty, you know what I used to do? I used to be an investor. I was flipping homes. I flipped 300 houses in about 4 years. And where did most of my deals come from? From agents. Most of my deals came from agents. So I thought to myself, man, if I had a couple hundred agents working for me, that might help me flip some more houses. Today we have 1,000 agents, 6,000 deals. Do you think that brokerages can cherry pick good deals? Yes, and if they don't, guess what? You get to increase your revenue with no financial risk. Because a big percentage of the people that you're not buying their homes are gonna end up listing at retail. The other thing, like I just said, is they're your built-in bird dogs, and it gives you the ability to earn money on deals you're not closing. I'm gonna show you how the math works here for you in a minute. So I want you to think about doubling your income with listing homes. And here's the thing, some of you right now might be thinking, man, I'm not a broker. The first broker I hired for my company was getting paid $1,500 a month. $1,500 a month. One deal, 10x is what I was paying him to be my broker. So don't allow yourself to think that you can't do this. Break the rules and be a broker. And what I'm going to show you in a moment is not only how it helps you double your revenue, but it's also going to help you double up your opportunity. So I just confirmed these numbers with Kent a few days ago. For all of you, it could be a little bit different. But traditionally speaking, for a flip, he's telling me that it's about $250 to generate a lead. At 5% conversion, you're into acquiring the contract or the deal for about $5,000. Told me the average deal on a wholesale is about 10K profit, so you double your money, 5 in, get 10 out, you made $5,000 on a flip. If you end up buying it, 10% gross margin, 3% net, maybe you're paying taxes, maybe you're not, depending on how you're doing it, and it's gonna take you 7 to 10 months to make that money, which you should continue to do, because when the register's ringing, you keep ringing it, and you have to have the financial risk that goes alongside of it. When you start to broker your deals, 70% of the people that you meet with, you can list, like very conservatively. So if I'm listing 70% of the people that I don't end up acquiring their property, I'm making 2.5 to 3% commission per deal. I'm only working the deal for 2 to 3 months, and I have no financial outlay, I have no financial risk. If all you did was take a listing for every property that you bought, you could double your income with very little bandwidth. Almost no expense because you've already spent the money to get in the door. But you don't buy it, you leave the house, 10 minutes later an agent comes and does what? They list the home. You know what you did? You loosened the jar for them. They just came in and they opened up the jar and they got the listing. Could you benefit off of an extra 3% on deals that you've missed out on? If your average sales price is 500 grand, that's $15,000 that you're missing because you're not breaking the rules, because you're an investor or you're a wholesaler. 3% is great money without any money out, get paid in 2 to 3 months, sometimes 2 to 3 weeks. Are you guys following me here? Yes. But it gets better. When you buy someone's house, they're gonna move into another one. How many of you are selling them their next home? Look around the room, folks. You're just literally leaving Lamborghinis on the table because you're not getting them into their next home. You already convinced them to sell you their house, probably at a discount, against all the other noise. You already have the position of authority. They already feel comfortable and confident with you. Do they really want to go interview a bozo agent to get their home? Do they? Are you guys awake? Yeah. Folks, I came all the way from like down the street to be here today. Folks, you already have them, and you're just letting somebody else make the 3%. Why? Because you haven't broken the rules. Now, I make let's say 2.5 to 3% commission, 60 to 70 days, and guess what? I get to sell them my own inventory as well. Would you like to get your inventory off of your books even quicker? Sell them to your buyers. Sell them to your sellers. Sell it to them. If not, get on this thing. It's called the MLS. It's where agents list homes. and help them buy a home, double your income with very little work. You guys with me so far? And guess what? Do you think that most sellers that are going to be buyers already have a pretty good idea of what home they want, where they want to end up? In our company today, I think about 70% of the buy-side deals came that we found the property through the buyer. They found it on Zillow or Redfin or whatever the heck it is. All you have to do is open a door, write a contract, make 3%. But we're not doing it because we're not breaking the rules. Are you guys with me so far? Yeah. Check this one out. List or use your off-market homes to generate buyer leads. Let me say this again. Right now, buyers want access to inventory that is not out there. Who has that inventory? All of you guys. Our best buyer generating campaigns on Facebook are campaigns that we're using saying get access to off-market listings. Now I can get those buy sites off of my own inventory, and I have two options. Number one, I can sell them a home and make my 2.5% to 3% commission, not putting any money out of pocket. Number two, I can give it to another agent, either in my brokerage or an agent I'm trying to build a relationship with, ask for a 25% referral fee, but the kicker is I'm gonna ask them that I get the ability to write an offer on all the listings that they get moving forward. So now I can turn my own inventory into people that are interested in buying homes that are off market, take those leads, either close them in-house at your brokerage or give them to another agent, get the 25 referral fee, and now if you give an agent a deal, they'd stab their cousin for you. Yeah, you guys know it's true though, right? Like agents will do anything for a deal, especially give you a 25% referral fee and then make you the preferred investor to write offers on all their homes that are investor grade. Can you see how this one little shift can not only help you increase revenue by a long shot and also increase your opportunity by giving you ups you normally wouldn't have? Do you guys see that? Yeah. It's leverage, friends. Leverage. You got to ask yourself, for real, be real with yourself. Is like, what is your effort to profit ratio? Write that down. What is my effort to profit ratio? I am lazy and I like to have fun. My effort to profit ratio is ridiculous because I break the rules and I only believe myself. When I was talking to people about this furniture thing that I'm gonna do, they said, dude, no one's gonna furnish your home for free. Bullshit. They're not gonna pay you because you sold the furniture. Bullshit. Jerome's on a full house makes about $20,000 profit if they furnish the whole house. Their cost on that's like $2,500. Folks, it's everywhere. Think about all the relationships. Do you guys know what drop shipping is? Think about all, like you could give your buyers a catalog of things that they can buy. Give them the resources, have it get delivered to them and just get paid fees. The opportunities are endless. I get paid from doctors and dentists and chiropractors and gardeners and pool people, home designers. All of these people pay me on a monthly basis. And when you have a brokerage, you have agents and you have inventory, you already have the customer that they're looking for. That's the leverage. Effort to profit ratio. You guys with me on this one? This one I'm really, really excited about. Something I've been working on and we're about to launch. And I think if you guys don't do this, you're completely missing the boat. Maybe you already talked about it in the room, is we're building our own iBuyer broker bolt-on. We're building it for ourselves and then we're gonna go sell it off to other brokers. But you already have investors. And this is you are the investor, you know investors. This is the thought I have for you. Build your own iBuyer broker bolt-on. The way we're building it, I'll explain in a moment, we're building a tech stack around this, which gives us our own iBuyer program. By the way, are agents scared of the iBuyer right now? Yes. That's all they talk about. Open Inman News and it's like every other article is about how the iBuyer is gonna kick our ass. Give them what they're afraid of, folks. So build your own iBuyer program. Here's where it gets exciting. The investors are gonna be you and two investors in your local market, two of your competitors. The offer gets requested, It gets sent off to 3 investors. You guys are looking at me crazy. Why would I give it to my competitors? Because the seller ultimately ends up picking from one of 3 offers. Do they like options? Yes. Do they feel in control? Yes. If they end up buying or picking your offer, done deal. If they end up picking your competitor's offer, you collect a wholesale fee. Can't believe no one fell out of their chair for that one. Folks, build the iBuyer stack, get paid wholesale fees, or buy the deal. Give them 3 options. We're car maxing this whole process in our brokerage. We're giving them 3 options. They go in, they put in, and you build it the right way so the agents all have their own unique URL, which we'll get to in a moment. But we give them 3 options. This is your all cash offer right now. This is what we could get for you at retail if you want to deal with these things. Or if your home qualifies, we will lend you money and connect you to our people to flip your own house. But we charge 10 points on the money we let you borrow. Would you guys be okay collecting 10 points on 50 grand without buying the house, taking any of the liability, having your contractors do the work? And is the consumer now pumped? Yeah. And now I get to take this bolt-on, go to local brokerage and say, you're scared of Open Door and iBuyer, I'm gonna put you in the game. So now you have brokers like me that aren't breaking the rules. You help them break the rule. You bolt on the iBuyer into their brokerage. They give it to their agents to leverage. You become the champion because now you give them training, their agents training on how to market this iBuyer bolt-on that you've built. Now the agents are doing what? They're going out and marketing for you. Who's spending the money then? The agent. Who gets the opportunity? You, the investor. And the brokers that you take this to are going to be so pumped because you're giving them what they're afraid of losing to. Side note, ADD, if you're not asking yourself on a regular basis, what could put me out of business in the next 3 to 5 years, and figuring out how to either get there and do it yourself or make money with it, you might get your ass kicked. Right now, agents and brokers, that's what they're saying to themselves, is that the iBuyer is what's gonna kick my ass. Give it to them. Does this make sense for you guys? So imagine all of the marketing opportunities that you have now by making the iBuyer bolt-on package, having hundreds of agents in your local community going and offering the fact that they can play the iBuyer game, the retail game, or the flip your own home game. You guys heard of Renovation Realty? Yes. Renovation Realty takes half the profit. You charge them 10 points, they think you're I'm not gonna use the word. They just think that you're the man or the woman. Make sense? Yeah. All right. Rule number 4, the casino effect. So I'm going to tell you a few stories of how this happened, but I'm going to give you a real story about how the casino effect ruined me. Until about 3 years ago, I never gambled. I lose 20 bucks and I start sweating, kind of like I am right now. I couldn't stomach losing even 20 bucks. We went on a cruise. My buddy's a big gambler. It's just us and a couple dudes on a trip. We're sitting in the casino. After a day of gambling, the casino host comes up and gives them an unlimited drink card. I have been known to enjoy drinks. I look at that and I'm like, I need that. What do I have to do to get that? They're like, sir, you just have to gamble a lot. The casino effect got me. I got my card 3 days and $5,000 later, I could have bought drinks for the whole boat. But that's the point. I didn't want to buy the drinks. What did I want? Card. I wanted the card. I wanted the guy in the black suit to come give me a card so I could feel like the man. But they gamified it, dude. And now I'm I love gambling. I actually can't wait to go to the casino and lose money. And I said lose money because I'm real with myself, right? Don't play tricks on yourself. But the casino effect. So when we first started the company, we said to ourselves, what could we do? Because I'm in the business of recruiting agents. You're also kind of in the business of recruiting agents, okay? We said, well, how do all of these recruitment firms like Amway and all these EXPPs and stuff, how are they doing this? Well, if you do a certain amount of things, you get a gold star, a purple stone, you get a car. I'm like, oh my gosh, you get a car if you do. So we rolled out the Bring Your Friends, Get a Benz. Every single year, any agent that recruits an agent to join the company, their name goes in the hat. At the end of the year at our holiday party, we rent out the cruise terminal right here. At the holiday party, we pull a name. That person wins a 3-year lease for a Mercedes. Here's where it gets exciting. The rules of the game are we pay them $500 a month towards the lease of their choice. If they go get a C-Class for $500, cool. If they go get the Mac Daddy G63 for $2,500, cool. I'm still only in it for $500. The lease goes in their name. By the time I give away my 4th Mercedes, which we just did last year, what happens with the first one? Because it's the 3-year lease. It falls off. So now for $1,500 a month, I get to give away a Mercedes every single year. Folks, think about how you could leverage that in your business. Would you pay, and to put it in perspective, last year, we had 272 agents referred to join the company. For me, that's a very big deal. And all we have to do is pay $1,500 a month. And think about all the social, viral coefficiency that happens with that. Everyone at the holiday party is posting the Benz. We capture the process. We're targeting agents. Come over, refer your friends, win a Benz. I'm like Oprah Winfrey. I just don't get paid as much as her yet. How many of you guys can gamify this business a little bit? Refer me a deal every time I buy it. Your name goes in the hat. Holiday party. By the way, you should do a holiday party for your local realtors. We pull a name, that person wins a Benz. Funny thing is my cousin does huge, like $200 million syndication deals. And I invested with him before. I've always won. I had him come speak at one of our events. And I'm like, I didn't know he was doing as well as he was. The guy just kills it. But my point is, so I started researching his company more. And I found out that he does the same thing, but he gives away a Porsche. Every time a broker or an agent brings them a deal that they acquire, they roll the broker, they're big deals, they roll the broker or the agent in on the deal. They put their name in the hat, and every year they give away a 911. Do you think you could find grand slam deals, home run deals, singles and doubles all day long if you gamify the process? Yep. The answer is yes. And how cool is it to give away a Mercedes every year? Think about the marketing that you get to leverage with that. Next, send a flip when a listing. Same thing. Every quarter, give away a listing. The way that you give it away, every time they send you a flip that you acquire, or not even that you acquire, screw it. Every time you send me a flip, if I buy it or not, your name goes in the hat. Once a quarter, we're giving away a listing on on the flip. Do you think agents would maybe pay attention to that? Yeah. All damn day. All day. One of the best promotions we've had for our company is this exact same one for our in-house investor. Next, send a flip, take a trip. Some of the investors we work with in-house on our preferred vendor list, when an agent sends them a deal that they acquire, they'll send the agent and one other person on two people on a 3-day cruise. The cruise costs them $350. But they acquired a property for $700, they get to offer, send a flip, take a trip. Send a flip, take a trip. Or what the hell I just said. Folks, when you give people things that they won't buy for themselves, they will jump through hoops to earn it. There was a mortgage company years ago before I even started Big Block, and on the back of Dream Homes magazine, which is our big luxury magazine out here, they had an ad running. And the ad said, refer us a lender that joins the company and we'll buy you a Rolex. I straight up started calling lenders I've never even met. Have you heard of Samuel L. Scott? Well, let me tell you. Because they gamified it. They turned somebody they've never even met into a recruiter because they were offering a Rolex. It's the casino effect. The 20X lead program. One of the investors that we work with, every time, by the way, with off-market, let me put this together for you. Off-market access, like buyers searching for homes, getting stuck in the off-market property call to action. we can generate 20 legit buyer leads for about $200 on Facebook. You're already spending $250 a lead. Why not tell agents every time you send me a lead, I will get you 20 buyer leads? Do you think that might get their interest? You're spending the same amount of money, but now if I get you as an agent one time and give you 20x leads, who's your go-to investor moving forward? Not only am I giving you 20x leads, I'm putting your name in the hat for the Benz. Not only that, I'm gonna take you on a trip. All of these things, do one, do all. But break the damn rules and casino affect this game. People wanna have fun and they wanna do things that they wouldn't do on their own. When you give them the 20x lead program, it gives you the ability to give them something they can't get on their own or aren't willing to do on their own. Like maybe buy a Mercedes. Winner circle. So again, we did this for recruiting, but we're both talking to the same people. So we said, look, how do we get more referrals, one? Two, how do we get our best agents to use our services, our escrow, our marketing agency, all these different things that we do? So we started something called Winner Circle, where we take the top 5% of the producers in our company, we put them in a group called Winner Circle. Winner Circle, for free every year, gets 2 intensive masterminds, very similar to Boardroom. We pay, we front the bill, we bring them out, we bring killers like Kent out, we bring real legit people, we put on a mastermind for them. And then the third thing that we do the year is we take them all on a trip. This year we're taking almost 50 people to Cabo. We front the bill, all inclusive, it costs us $350 per person. Take them on a 3-day trip, all inclusive. They pay for their flight. Last year we did a cruise, there was no flight. We paid for the cruise. This year we're doing Cabo, we pay for Cabo, they get themselves there. Imagine doing that for the top 5% of agents in general in your local market. Telling them that you're gonna give them this experience, putting them in a room together, teaching them how to use your iBuyer bolt-on, teaching them how to go out, bringing people like Kent in front of them. Do you think that you might build some strong relationships if you got together with the top 5% in your local market 3 times a year, adding tons of value and ripping their faces? Yes. Thank you, whoever that was. At least one of you are liking this. By the way, I'll get to that because I think I have some time. So consider doing this for yourself. Gamify this, casino affected. People want these things, but they don't want to put themselves in the position to make the decision to do it on their own. Our Winner Circle is one of the best things that we do for recruiting, because what happens? We get all the killers in San Diego together, we take them to the Ritz-Carlton, we blow their minds for 2 days. What do you think they're doing on social for those 2 days and the next 3 days? Yeah, it's like mind explosion emojis, this was amazing, Winner Circle this, I can't believe my broker does that. And now I have agents in my company that want to be in Winner Circle more than they want the income that they earn by being in Winner Circle. Think about that. Like people want to associate with something that they're proud of. People want to associate themselves with things that make them feel better. Create your own Winner Circle or whatever you call it. Invite the top producers in your local market and earn your way in to being their preferred investor alongside everything else that we talked about. Are you guys getting that so far? Yeah. Awesome. So to recap the 4 rules, break the rules and only trust yourself. Folks, I can't tell, like all the badass things you see Kent doing, you seen that guy? He gets counsel, but he only trusts himself. And he's breaking the rules. Number 2, remember the millionaire rule. Millionaires become millionaires because they figure out how to make more money off of the things that they're already doing. And the best part is that it's bottom dollar profit. Number 3, leverage wins every time. Leverage wins every time. Rule number 4, remember the casino effect. I'm going to give you one more rule because I have a few more minutes. Ever since we got on Inc. 500, and now 3 years in a row, it's like I'm getting asked to be on interviews and articles like all the time. How did you do this? What did you do? And my answer is always the same. I'm a guy that didn't go to college, and I am where I am for one singular reason. Anybody want to guess what it is? Break the rules. Yeah, besides the 4 rules, but yes. I believe that major success starts and ends with the environment that you're in. While all my friends were in college, you know where I was? Sitting right where you are today. I started in the room, and then I started joining the masterminds. And when you hang out in a room like Boardroom, folks, like, you can't help but to look at life and opportunity different. Like, before I joined these masterminds like Boardroom, I used to count in thousands. And then I used to count in 10,000s. And then in millions and 10 millions. And now, no bullshit, like, we're trying to buy $1 billion worth of assets in the next 5 years. The only way that my brain can comprehend these silly break the rules thoughts is because I'm in a room with a bunch of other badasses like myself that have those same crazy break the rule thoughts. When you're sitting, like, one of the masterminds, I'm sitting next to a guy at 26 years old making $1 million a month with 3 employees. Does that cause you to look at opportunity different? You have the opportunity right now to make the decision to do what's right instead of what's easy. What's right is breaking the rules, understanding the millionaire rule, leveraging the casino effect, but all of it is nothing if you don't leverage the power of the environment you choose to put yourself in. Like, when I dropped out of school, like, I'm not embarrassed to say, like, I'm a really bad reader, I can't take tests, I'm like ADD through the roof. Like, I should not be on this stage. But the reason that I am is because I put myself in environments with people that forced me to believe things I couldn't even imagine. You guys with me there? Yeah. Folks, you have the opportunity to find these rooms. The Boardroom for one, but get yourself in more events like this. It's the one thing. All of you are one campaign away from 10xing your business. One little tweak, that Mercedes thing for us, everyone laughed, oh, you're gonna give away a Mercedes every year. Now we're laughing our way all the way to the bank on a $1,500 a month expense by giving away a Mercedes every single year. And then we rolled something else out because it worked so well. Refer 25 and you drive. You refer me 25 agents, I'm getting you a Mercedes for 3 years. 25 agents for $500 a month, all damn day. If they sent you 25 referrals that you ended up buying, would you get them a Mercedes? Yeah. F yes, 25 and you drive, baby. You guys with me on all this? Yeah. That's all I got for you. Any questions? What was that? 1,000? All right, well, why don't we start with 1?
Hold on. No. Hold on a second.
Nope.
I'm not doing this, dude.
No.
Yes, please.
This is my M-Rock, by the way. If you don't have a D-Rock, her name is Michelle, we call her M-Rock. She makes all of our marketing easier because she just captures what we're already doing. Yes?
So we're talking about leverage. That's
Yep.
part of what you're saying. I don't know how to write an app, the code for an app. So do you leverage all of this out to people who make it work for you?
Yeah, so I don't know how to write code. I can barely write the word code. I really, folks, let me tell you something. This should be one of the rules. Every time something ends up on my to-do list, you know what I do? Figured out how to get it off my to-do list. You're either going to spend money or time, and you're always going to pay full price. I rather spend the money, and if you don't have money, work deals. Our vice president of the company today, well, I knew him forever, expensive. I couldn't afford him years ago when we started. I started him at $1,500 a month and gave him investing in the company. You want to do it the right way. Make sure you talk to anyone if you do that. Today, the guy's making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. He's vested a couple points in the business. His salary is still $1,500 a month, but he got paid on upside. So if you need someone to code things, also another thing you can do if you need help with people is go to your local college, go to the professor that teaches whatever you need help with, and they have a ton of people with a lot of talent that are just looking to build their resume. We do that all the time.
That's great. That's really good.
Any other questions?
Who else? Questions?
Back there? Looks like. Wait for the mic. Amrock.
What was the resort that you took them to? What was the 350?
Oh, great question. It's called the Riu, R-I-U, in Cabo. It's literally no bullshit. It's $150 per room for 2 people, all inclusive, per night. Excuse me, $150 per person per night. So, no. Either way, it's costing me $700 for 2 people, whatever the number is. 2 people in a room. I'm not good at math either. That's what calculators are for. $700, 2 people at the Riu, 3 nights. They pay their own flight. And we just get to have fun, enjoy the fruits of our labor. And I'll tell you, like, I'm not saying that my company you can't recruit from, but what I am telling you is every time someone good leaves, they always come back. Because we just give them so much value. They get convinced to go somewhere else, they end up back. Your agents that send deals somewhere else, if you give them a ton of value, they might test the water somewhere else, but they're gonna come back if you do all the things that we talked about today. Any other questions?
Yeah, how long did you start making wine?
6 years ago. 6 years, 5 months, or whatever it is. January 1st, 2012.
Are you guys gonna expand on this anymore?
Yes, we're actually just starting franchising. So if you'd like to talk to that, we're gonna be working a lot with Kent on that. Go talk to Kent, he can connect us. We're about to be licensed to franchise in 27 states.
Give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Well done, Bob. Thanks, bro. Thank you.